So this is how, we should bring it into our daily routines. Wonderful. Thank you, Ananti Garu. Now, we'll go to the next session of today of the Spiritual Science Education Program. Okay. My dear master, this is not an entertaining session. Sorry. We have to learn something. Time is precious. Everything, wherever we are spending even a bit of moment, we should be aware of what we are doing. Okay. This is called moment to moment awareness. My dear masters, kindly understand this. Awareness is not just when somebody asks to give reply and other times, being sleepy. No. Every moment, we should be aware of what we are doing, what our actions are going on to say, anything. Any worthwhile is there? Are we doing some sort of progress or retrogress? Going forward or backward? We have to check up. Nobody will check that aspect of your life. Everybody has to check up his own lifestyle. Whether they are progressing or not, it is for us. Wonderful science is there for that. Whoever catches up this knowledge, and damn sure, he will be always, moment to moment, he will be alert and he will understand and he will try to understand the whole lot of things in the whole lifetime. See, how much, the more and more we know, the more and more we will be elegant, we will be having clarity, and we will be helpful to ourselves. This is helping ourselves. My dear masters, of all the helps, the best help is self-help. We have to help ourselves first of all. So if one helps himself, well, he can help the entire universe because he knows how to help the self. The same way, because we are all one, he understands. He sees himself in everybody and manages. That's it. He knows how to help himself. The same way he will help everybody. Okay. That is the purpose of our life. We should see entire universe while we are here. We came here only to see and study the universe totally. Understand that. Wherever you go, you will study that aspect, yes or no, in the life also. If you go to a park, you should study what is there in the park entirely. If you go to some place, you have to understand what that place is known for. And what is that? We have to learn from this. This is the viewpoint of every human being. If we forget this, we are sidestepping our path and we cannot be happy. And we will be the victims of illusory lifestyle. In few classes, and when the upcoming classes, you will understand what is illusion, what is delusion, how we have to educate ourselves about all these things. Unfortunately, we are not told of this during our academics time. That is the big loss we are suffering from. Now at least we must thank ourselves that we got a wonderful personality in Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Hats off to him. Our pranams and reverences to him for giving enormous knowledge to us in an easy, understandable way. Okay. Easy terms, very few science, and easy methodology. So now, masters, with this background, we all let us travel along the path of the spiritual science. How to understand this sort of Almighty. Everybody understands that there is some Almighty is there, other than me. That is the thing. We are nobody, they think. Then the problem erupts, like volcano, and our life will go out of game. The fundamental information we do not understand. My dear masters, in the Vedic culture, I started with this fundamental science. The Vedic literature starts only with one sentence, that is Aham Brahmasmi. In the Indian scriptures, enormous wisdom has been already given in toto, in each and every aspect it is totally explained. Aham Brahman. This is the truth. To understand this, the people are struggling. People are struggling because so proper guidance is not there. That's why we are all out of this subject. Now, today's class is only ultimately to know what is that Aham and what is that Brahman and what is that God, what you say, and what is the Almighty. I believe some of you who have attended the introduction classes have already heard about this from me. And I wish to repeat it once again because this is a science which is very, very helpful. Any number of times you listen, you have to master yourself in this. So what I believe, the people who have heard me earlier, let them remind themselves. It is a punascharana, that is a revision for them. And people who did not hear earlier, they can go through the subject. I will open up the slides brought upon for the purpose by sharing the screen. A vision of this wider screen before you.
Yes, sir. We are able to.
Yes, thank you very much. The slide says that Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy, Global, India, it's a unit of PSSM. The PSSM stands for Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement. And that is founded by Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. And he is working day in and day out throughout the life, dedicated his life totally for just bringing awareness to the mankind. Baba, you are that, you are that, you are that, you are that. That is what Vedic dictum is there. Vedic dictum is says Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi in Sanskrit. You are that, you are that, you are that. Not this, not this, not this. See? A lot of lessons are amply there, but we are unable to follow that. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, you are also that. So this is the Vedic literature, starting with. So this huge wisdom has been made available to us in very simple terms by Brahmarshi. And Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy has taken a leaf out of that enormous knowledge and codified the courses, in detail so that people can understand minutely and they should bring upon into their life system. It is not just simply living as a hearing and getting away. This is not a story to just enjoy the content and forget about it. Story, it's not useful. Story is a story, just like a cinema it is. What is the story in the cinema? It's only a matter of 1 hour business. Our life is not 1 hour business, my dear masters. This is not a story. So we have to understand the pros and cons of our lifestyle. What is that we are doing here? What is the purpose of our coming over here? And why we are not able to be calm and quiet? Why we are finding fault with others? Why we are unnecessarily troubled in our mind? Many people are suffering. So much of suffering is there. And why many masters are going on preaching, teaching? All these things appears to be a sort of game, not understood. In spite of all these things, people did not change. They did not understand anything at all. People who are speaking go on speaking, and listening people go on listening. The masters who are listening should become speakers. That is the purpose of listening. Otherwise, what is the use? It go on, it is only a repetition of the cycle. No. So with this intention, we have codified some sort of spiritual nuggets, spiritual secrets, spiritual insights, we want to bring about to the masters. Look, Baba, this is the information. What we have been getting from lot of philosophers across the world. And we are very happy. The PSS movement from UAE has been working in the same direction, giving spiritual knowledge to all brethren, okay, to all of us, all our neighbors. A wonderful mission they have taken up. We must thank, hats off to the PSSA UAE. And with this, we will go for the next slide. My dear masters, this is the emblem of PSSA, Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. And this emblem you are seeing for the third time. And I purposefully, I am bringing up the explanation of this. Don't think that this is a repetition. Don't think that you are wailing away the time. No. The more and more we understand these three sentences, that is very useful for us. It will guide us. It will lead us. It will take us to the proper way. My dear master, the three factors of life, these are the factors of life, without which, life will collapse. So these are the pillars for their life, everybody's life, because we are all same. And first one is a loving personality. Every one of us should be becoming loving personality. That is a noble virtue. Being togetherness is called love. No hating. That is the minimum information. So kindly cultivate this habit. The other people, whether they may be knowing or they may not be knowing as much as you know. So don't compare that other people should be like you. It's not possible, sir. Today they may not be knowing, but tomorrow they may be knowing much more than ourselves. So it is not correct for us to judge them always, because everything is changing upon. Here everything will change. Today teacher, next day he will be promoted. Ever changing is going on in this universe. So kindly start loving everybody, irrespective of all these changes. That is the first factor of our life. Noble values we should inculcate in us. The next topic is light. Light is equated to clarity in the life, because light always shows the way, It is called in Sanskrit, Gnana Jyoti it is. Jyoti means giving light. What sort of light? Clarity in the life. It is clarity in the life is called wisdom. That is the mental ability it is. It is not physical ability, mental ability. That is called wisdom, my dear masters. So kindly, the definition of wisdom kindly underline. Definition of wisdom is understanding what is right and what is wrong. Decoding the right thing from the wrong thing. Choosing the right choice in your life. Walking the right path in your life. How to understand? There are a lot of dilemma, this way or that way. Here it works. Our wisdom will work. And that is available in the spiritual science. My dear masters, kindly understand this. Wisdom is acquirable. It will not fall from the skies, my dear masters. Wisdom has to be acquired. It strikes to me to give away the beautiful information from Bhagavad Gita. Just I'll recite that for your benefit. Nahi gnanena sadusham pavitram iha vidyate. Nahi gnanena sadusham pavitram iha vidyate. There is nothing greater than the wisdom in this world. My dear masters, it is ruled. Sri Krishna says to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, while giving the wisdom to him, he said that this sort of wisdom, it is the supreme. Wisdom is the supreme for the human being. And it nothing greater than this. Nahi gnanena sadusham pavitram. Then Arjuna asks, how to get it? You tell me that also. My dear masters, you will have the wonderful reply for that. 100% clarity he has given how to acquire the wisdom. Tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha kalena atmati vindati. That's what his reply. Tat yoga samsiddhaha. Yoga means spiritual science. If you understand spiritual science, that it will inculcate wisdom and establishes wisdom and cultivate wisdom in your mind. So yoga means alignment with the soul. See, soul, it will take over. It will give away the wisdom to mind. It will occupy the mind totally, and it will start ruling the entire the human personality. You will be guided by the soul then. Soul means self-knowledge. So this is the information, my dear masters. Mental ability is the supreme. We must possess that. And third factor in our life system, which is very, very essential, is power, potentials. You must have capability. What do you mean by capability? It is not muscle power to beat somebody, kick somebody, dominate somebody, overtake somebody, shout at somebody. No, no, no. What is this? This is all weakness. Whatever we are mentioning, now today we are in the practice of that, and we should very quickly understand that we are all with a lot of weaknesses only. Strength is not there. If you shout, you are thinking that if we shout on somebody, we think that we are superior to him. In fact, it is inferiority. Truth is otherwise. We are going with the false nature. That is the reason we must have potentials to understand and manage ourselves in true nature. We should know our true potentials. Omniscient, everything we know. Omniscient, omnipresent, everywhere we are there. Okay. Omnipotent, anything we can do. See, these are the qualities that you possess, and we have forgotten that. So, my dear masters, powers means managing ourselves. If you manage yourself, you can manage the entire world. That is the. So, my dear master, this logo is very, very important, giving in nutshell the essentials of spiritual science. This course also is named as excellence, ethical and yogic excellence. Excellence has got always two meanings. Excellence in Sanskrit is called as Kaushalam, my dear masters. Sanskrit is one of the languages, or not the only language, not one of the languages, the only language that accommodates all sorts of knowledge, languages in the entire world. Take any language, there will be a bit of Sanskrit there. It caters to that, like karma. Entire world understands karma. Atma, everybody understands that. Okay. So many meanings have got very beautiful uh, concepts in that. Every word has got a beautiful meaning. Kaushalam has got two meanings, Kushalatvam and Kushalata. Kushalatvam means being happy, and Kushagra Buddhi, that is sharpness in the mind. Kushalata means sharpness and happiness, both. So, one must be excellent means he should be happy as well as he should be very, very wise enough. Expert in Thinking, speaking, and doing, my dear master, this is called uprightness. What is excellence? Excellence is being three ways, adopt the right lifestyle. That is right thinking, right speaking, and right doing. With the skills, with all wisdom, as well as with smiling face. You must be able to smile 24 hours. Only wise man can do this, my dear masters. Otherwise, we are saddled with so much of ignorance. Then we only deal with all sorts of things which are not worthy enough in the life. Who and where is God? So when once we say, no, where is God? This is a common question, but every one of us will question. Because God is not there. This question remains just like that. The question has been put by so many masters also, philosophers also. They know, but they are telling, they are explaining things, but we are not ready to accept that. We are not ready to assimilate that. We are not ready to study it. Simply hearing will not be an education, my dear masters. If you hear that this is the God, then you should study that. Immediately ask, sir, where is the book for this? That is how, manana starts. Manana means investigation. Whatever you hear, you should investigate. But no such investigation is there in the society. That's why whatever preachers, whatever these philosophers told, they hear and leave it. Their entire total loss to us, colossal loss for us. Colossal it is. We lost entire lifestyle. We are presenting here three concepts, and number one is a spiritual dictum, that is Shastra Pramana. My dear master, Shastra is such a thing that it is just like a weapon from the wisdom, and it reaches the target. And the target is elimination of ignorance in the human mind. The ignorance will go away if you are having the knowledge of the Shastra, my dear master. Shastra is spiritual science. How we should get away our ignorance, how we should know the truth, we have to follow the Shastra. Pramana, Shastra Pramana. Shastra means, again I will repeat, Shastra plus Astra. Shastra means powerful wisdom, understanding nature, Shastra. Astra means weapon, instrument, releasing the arrow to hit the target. If you understand the Shastra, then it will definitely remove the ignorance in you, in all of us. One person, if enlightened, he can make the entire world enlightened. So that is the capacity of the human being. So we'll see, this is the first topic. And second topic is yantra, third one is instrument. We'll see now, one by one. Okay. My dear masters, this is, you already saw this slide. This is called physical sciences because you have the land here. Earth is the ingredient of physical sciences. The trees are ingredients of physical sciences. And then sky is the ingredient of physical sciences. And all sorts of, the globe, everything is physical sciences. Physics, which is seen by the naked eyes. And this also is solar families, in the skies. And this is called metaphysics. Meta means invisible, but that is physics. That is solid things only are available. But it is not visible to us because we are far distant from that. That's why the metaphysical sciences has come into being. So physical, metaphysical sciences, now by and by, they are realizing that the metaphysical sciences also is a topic of spiritual science. By and by, it has come. Now they understood that the energy is the basis for all sorts of matter. So the metaphysical sciences has been merged into spiritual science. By this understanding that energy is inside the matter, that the chapter is closed, that it becomes a matter of spiritual science. Now, these are the elements of the universe. Can we say who has created these things? Can any one of us say who has created these things? Because before we take birth here, we have been seeing this earth. We have seen these sort of water bodies, oceans. We have seen mountains. We have seen parks. We have seen houses. We have so much, so much. It is already there. All these are visible things. Yes or no? Then who has created these things? Everybody will say that there is somebody is there who has created. And perhaps he is the God. It is the handiwork of God. Where is he? We don't know. Right answer is an unknown or unseen person. There should be somebody to have done something, isn't it? If we say that we do not know, it's okay. But is there somebody like that? We have to say he is somebody must be there. Why? Because without physical person, without physicality, and how physical things will take place will be kept there. So there is some person is there, but that person is not known to us. That is the analysis. For the time being, we should come to that sort of conclusion. There is somebody, but we are unable to see him. Okay. Now, there is some videos here. We will see that. The people who have earlier seen kindly remind themselves about this. Here there is a township is there. A lot of good roads are laid down. And trees are there, houses are there. Many, many things are there which are visible, and all physical sciences is seen here. Yes or no? Here, if you are asked as to answer as to who has constructed these things, who has created these things, here you can say easily that this road has been laid by road contractor, and the houses have been built by house contractor. So there are so many people are there. We know that they have been working hard and built up all these things, isn't it? And how? Why? Because we are seeing that our engineers are doing it. So you can simply answer that so and so engineer has done this, isn't it? And here, this mountain is there. In this, one more question props up that earlier to construction of the road and the houses, what would have been available there? Empty land was there, isn't it? Because of empty land, they could lay down the road and houses also. So who has constructed the empty land, barren land? Not known. See? So you will arrive at two persons. One is not seen, but he has kept already the land. And the other person who is seen to our eyes, we know this is the engineer. So this man is visible person, the other person is invisible person. There are two persons involved in this. Similarly, in this also, the mountain has been laid by an invisible person because we do not know who has kept that. And this road has been created by an engineer. Yes or no? So one is visible person is there, it's engineer. Here there is no engineer, but somebody is there who has kept it, not known. Similarly, we have to understand what is this water body and what is this path. This water body is the handiwork of unknown person. This road is made up of by known person. It is called engineer or contractors or humans. You can say humans. Here the railway tunnel is there, made out of the huge rocks, huge hills, They have been drilled and railway line has been laid down for the traffic of rails, isn't it? So this uh, tunnel has been made by a visible man. He is an engineer. But the the mountain which has been drilled, the mountain is not kept by engineer. It is kept by somebody who is not known to us, is invisible person. Here, mountain terrain and the motorable road. This is made by a person not seen, but this is made by a person who is available now. Here, the snow has been laid by the person unknown to us, whereas we made the path whether snow is there or not. This is the handiwork of human. Mountain to mountain, there is a road. So the road is made by engineer, where the mountains are not made by engineers. See, there are so many things are there. Here, a lot of hole has been dug, by people to go the other side, and that has been done by humans. But the mountain itself is not kept by the humans. So one person, known person is there, one person, unknown person is there. No, it is here in a very big mountain, and only 10 feet the road is laid down to cross the mountain, to pass on to the other side. Okay. And this road has been made by engineer, and this mountain is not kept by an engineer. It is the handiwork of unseen person. Garden, same case. Garden is by engineer, and earth, empty land, was by invisible person. Here also, sand, upon the sand also train is going. So, can we say who has meddled with these things? One is original and the other one is repaired one, isn't it? One is original mountain is there, but we don't know who has kept that mountain. Another one is we are meddling with that. That is, it is modified. It is modified. Generally we call in a repaired. Repair means it is set right, isn't it? To be used. So that is done by engineer, isn't it? So right answer is a seen or a known human. All these things. What is the difference between these two persons? One is seen and the other is unseen. So you are getting two persons to check up. One is unseen, another one is seen. Then who are these two persons? Here, analysis. Then we have to analyze things. What is the analysis here? Suppose take a mobile, the mobile is out of order. Then where you will go? You will go for repairing the mobile to the manufacturer only. Other person will not repair that. So this is going to give some clue to us that we are repairing means there should be some sort of relationship with the unknown person and ourselves. How we can repair? Because only the repairers must be the manufacturers. Then only manufacturers can repair. Now we are meddling with the mountain. Then who is the manufacturer of the mountain? Only manufacturers only can repair. So we must be the manufacturers also. Then only we can meddle with the mountain. So the visible person and invisible person both are available in us only. Unknown person is named as creator because he is not having physical body. But known person is having physical body. See, the unknown person, he has created the mountain. Unknown person, when his body was not there. So a man without body, unknown person is a person without body. What do we call? It is Atma, isn't it? Soul. Only soul is there without body in the soul worlds. So the Atma has created the mountains. And when that Atma has taken the body and he became an engineer and he meddles with his own mountain. So this is the inference we had to derive it. And to support this analysis, here the spiritual science says, the Vedic literature says very well that in Sanskrit it is given below Avyaktadini Bhutani. Avyakta means not manifested. Unseen. Avyakta means unseen. Vyakta means seen. Avyakta, not less Vyakta, that is negative. Unseen. So Avyakta Adini, in the beginning, we are all unseen actually. We are all Atmas. We don't have bodies. Avyakta Adini Bhutani. Vyakta Madhyasthani Bharata. Oh Arjun, you don't know this much? In the beginning, we were not having physical bodies, Baba. Now we have come on to this earth planet and we are having physical bodies and we became known. We are the known people. Because of the body, I can say you are the earth, You are Arjun, I am Krishna, like that. And also understand that this is not a permanent affair here. Your house is not this. You have to go back. Understand? Okay, you have to return to your own house. We are here only for a temporary period. We come to the park, not to reside there. We have to go back to the house. You cannot sit in the park day long. The gardener will throw you outside. You have come here, enjoy this, and go back where from you have come. We have come from Atmalokas. Avyakta adini nidhananyapi. Now we will give up the physical bodies and we go to our own homes. Our houses are there. In Kannada, there is a very beautiful proverb is there. In Kannada, whoever understands, I will tell for your benefit. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವುದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ. We are only simply living here, but our house is that side, not here. We have come here for a while, and we go back to our house. Our house is the other side. We were unseen before life. Before taking this life, we were not seen. And we are seen in this present life because we took the body. And we will be unseen again after life because we give up the body and we go back in the shape of Atma again and reach our own house. So who are we? We are the Atmas. And now we are humans. We are not humans permanently. For a while only, we are humans. Again, we give up this body. Just like that. We are giving up the body, not just like that. Dehesmin yatha. Dehesmin yatha kaumaram yavvanam jara. Tathaiva dehantara praptihi tatra dhiraha namuhyate. The beautiful information is laid down in Bhagavad Gita. My dear masters, catch hold of the book, have in your own languages. So many translations have been there. You will be enlightened to know the truths of our existence. Dehantara prapti. We give away this body and we take other body. Vasamsa jirnani yatha vihaya navani grunhati naroparani. So just like that, we take our shirts and remove and keep somewhere. Like that, we also give away our body and we go back there. Tathaiva jirnani anyani vihaya navani grunhati naroparani. Navani grunhati. New clothes we take every time. Once we give up our body, we'll take a new cloth. So that is a cycle of birth and death cycles are there. So under this spiritual science, we can understand the information about this. Okay, we were creators before life. We are recreators in this life. Recreators means we can meddle with everything. You take water and make coffee and everything, but you cannot produce water for yourself. Okay. Elements cannot be produced just like that. With the aid of elements, we can make new things. We can mix and do anything. And we will be co-creators after giving up the physical body. Again, we become creators. You understand? So we are the creators, in fact, before life. As Atma, we are the creators. As the Dehi, that means once we take the Deha, we are called Dehi. Okay. And we are humans. Okay. And we are recreators. We cannot create. You can't create just like that, but you can mix and do something new. And then when once we give up the body, we become again co-creators. So this is the Atma without body, and this is the human with body. So the creation of the known things is visible, and spiritual science creator or the unknown things is invisible. You understand? So now the second example you have. Second example is mechanical unit. We are bringing out to explain the existence of God. Okay. So here we have an instrument, here one machinery unit, like small printing press we can take. For example, in the printing press, if you put white paper on the top, you will get the newspaper duly printed in the lower portion. Yes or no? At the end. So it will undergo so many changes in the meantime by functioning of the various spare parts in that. Yes or no? So every newspaper mission has got number of spare parts. And these spare parts are of various sizes. They cannot be of single size. Single size, that is all are 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. It will not be useful at all. Some are more than 2 inches, some are more than 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, like that. So now we are having different sizes and different colors. You agree? No machine will be having the same color because they are made up of different metals. And then they are all different shapes also, something circular, something rectangular, like that. And different duties they will do. Their functions will be different. Same function when all missions, all spare parts are useless, isn't it? So different functions are there for them. So if they work together unitedly, then you will get newspaper. Now you understand that this mission of newspaper can work only with the help of power. What is that power? We call it as electricity. When we switch on the current, that is the flow of energy, then the machine will work and you will get the product. So similarly, kindly analyze yourself that the whole universe is machinery unit. And we are all the spare parts in this universe. How many spare parts are there? Numberless. Here, what are the spare parts? Starting humans, animals, plant kingdoms, and birds, reptiles, sea life, sky life. So many species, numberless species are there. Are they all of same size? No. Of the same color? No. The same work? No. Somebody is teaching, somebody listening, somebody dancing, somebody arguing like a lawyer, like that. So several ways we perform our duties. All of us are working, then only universe is working, yes or no? Here the printing press is working with the assistance of power called electricity. Now kindly understand this universe with so much of arrangement, with so many species, all are working with what? They are working. They need some energy, no? So the universe definitely needs energy. It is working with energy. What is the name of the energy? Can you say? The name of the energy is not a rule. A common man says, yes, suppose scientists they will say it is energy, but common man says he cannot understand energy. Papa, this is all done by somebody. That somebody is God. So he says there is unseen person is there. I can't see him also, but he has kept all these things. I understand that there is definitely God is there. So what does he mean by that? He means only there is some energy is there. And he calls that energy as God. That's it. So masters, can you understand that energy is in you or not? If energy is not in you, you cannot move also. You can't run, you cannot walk also, you cannot sit also, you cannot lay down also. You cannot get up also if energy is out. Dead. Yes or no? So definitely you are the energy, not the physical body. Okay. That is called I am Brahman. I am the energy. I am the awareness. I am the consciousness. My dear masters, kindly understand the analysis. This sort of power, this sort of creation, and the creator is simply named as God because not possible to explain all these things for everyone. And you have to study for yourself. The moment you say there is a God, then you have to go into study. People do not do that. And it remains a puzzle. Everybody says there is a God. Okay, I got the answer. There is a God. Where is the God? I don't know. Then what is that you are going to do? Don't you read? Now we have got a lot of work. If I go on reading that, who will give me food? This is the bigger botheration. The whole humanity is saddled with only focusing on money making. Nothing else. Time is there, lot of time is there, but there is no idea of knowing things. Who says there is no time? Everything, whatever man wants, he finds time for that. Everything. Man does not lose even a bit of time to fulfill his desires. But unfortunately, in that quantum of desires, there is no item to know the God, to know what we are. We don't have that. Agenda is not there. That is now, we are all saddled with ignorance. That is called ignorance. How to remove this ignorance? We had to study the spiritual science. Okay, masters? And then this is all about what we have discussed now. See, there are so many gods are there. Everybody is moving on. Are they having any plug for them to move upon? Current is there with them? No. They are called self-illuminating bodies. Self-illuminating bodies. These are all gods, energy systems. You are the energy system and you are moving. You are God, but you don't accept because you never studied and you don't believe anybody and you don't try for yourself. Sorry, not you. So all of us are like that. So this is how it is going on. See, a lot of animals are there. They are all gods, animal gods, plant gods. Okay. Now, third one is an instrument. Third one. This is the third concept. We have brought out the instrument of fan. There's some fan. It has got some name. For instance, we say Usha. A man has got the body called Ram. Yes or no? The comparison we are giving. The fan has got the body with 4 blades named Usha. And here also a human has got the organs with him, physical body, and named as Ram. Usha works with energy. Yes or no? Usha works when switch on, when the light is, when the current is passed on. When the switch is on, the fan works. Yes or no? And how Ram works, you tell me? Does he have a switch for the current? No. But he works. See? This is what we have to understand. Ram works with the spirit. So we have some energy body inside. That is called soul. That is called Brahman. I is Brahman. That is what Vedas are giving the dictum. They are shouting like anything. Baba, Aham Brahmasmi, understand? Aham means I in English. Who are you means I am so and so, I am Sivaramappa, but never Brahman will come in our lifetime. Why? Because we do not know. We think that I stands for our physical body. That is the ignorance. In fact, it is not so. We are with false ignorance or false knowledge. It is a false knowledge. But when we correct, no chance of correcting because you don't study also. Always we are engaged in making money, There is no chance to know further spiritual aspects in human. Usha stops if energy is zero. When the switch is put off, then what happens? Fan will stop. Similarly, if the spirit goes away from the body of Ram, Ram stops his work. He dies. Yes or no? So we have to understand this fan. So the energy is more important in us. We are the energy systems. More energy we run, less energy we walk, further less energy we sit, and least energy we sleeping, and zero energy dead. I am the energy running, walking, sitting, sleeping, and going away from the matter. The physical body I leave and get away. That's what I is telling you. I is self in you, and that tells you that I am the energy that making you walk, making you walk, well, first run, walk, sit, sleep, and then I go away, and that you will be dead. How does energy emerge? So, how this energy is coming up in from the human body? So, this we have to have particles of God in the space. Space is filled up with energy. Everything is connected with energy. When once we are discussing divine matrix, we understood that every space is connected with energy. No thing there is no object, but there is energy, and those particles, elements, they have energy inside. Okay, vibratory systems. Energy is in the particles, that is in the articles or whatever we are seeing. And those things, those energies in the brain cells, they emerge, they release forces, they release forces because vibrations are there. In and out, the vibratory effects of the cell, of the flesh, okay. Flesh is the particle of body. In the particle of body, there is another particle called cell, isn't it? In the cell, there is nucleus, another particle. Okay. That nucleus is creating vibrations. So the more vibrations, the more forces will released in the brain cells. When forces are released, they become ideas in the brains, that part. If forces are very heavy in the leg portion, then he will start running. If they are heavy in the brain region, they will start thinking and giving ideas. And these forces, and when ideas are turning into thoughts, when vibrations are heavy in number, then the ideas will turn into thoughts. And when further vibrations make the thoughts also words, then the thoughts will go into words, and words will go into actions. You understand? The actions will go into the work. Understand? So these are the emerging consciousness and the energy system in humans. Okay, remaining thing we'll see. This is wonderful action. Her body is generating a lot of forces from the vibratory cells, and then the forces have changed them into ideas. Ideas have changed them into thoughts. Those thoughts making her sing, and those singing becomes a better, a beautiful performance for everybody to listen. And physical energies are there, and spiritual energies are there. Physical energies we call kinetic energy, potential energy, thermal energy, all those things are there. If you go into physical science, they will tell you. And they are all electrons. How electrons have come? Because they are the God particles in the physical objects. And those are the things coming out of some of the Atmas. They take physical body just like that, humans, and they also take the physical part body. Okay. So when they take the physical part body, they become a stone. In the stone, there is a Atma is there. If that Atma is called in the physical body, not moving, non-moving things, they are called electrons. Electrons. All physical objects have got electrons in that. But those electrons are very dormant in the stone, and they will be very vibrant in some other articles. You understand? So like that, electrical energy, the vibratory effect is more. They give the light. It is like that. Then source of spiritual energy, we have five elements. Five elements, forces. That's what we have already spoken on this. So the God particles in every vibratory cell will go into action. Those are called spiritons. Whoever is giving rise to action in the physical body, and those particles are called spiritons. And those atmas, they take birth in physical body. They are called spiritons. And those atmas which take the physical objects, like visible objects like moon, sun, this, all those things, objects, objective senses, possessive things. They are all called as electrons. We have three energies: electrons, leptrons, and spiritons. We have understood what is electrons and what is spiritons. And what is the leptrons? Leptron is also the part of cell in the mind. Okay. So we have, in addition to Atma and physical body, we have third body that is called mind. That is called Sushma Sarira. Mano Shastra it is. It is called psychology. Okay. So we have mind, we have Atma, that is soul, mind, and body. Three are put together in spiritual science. No? Mind is made up of electrons. So this is all about. Thank you very much. And this Buddha awake, I think yes, last time you have seen, but anyway, if it is, you can also see this enlightenment. Who will understand? People are asking only to enlighten, but without any sort of effort. Philosophical question.
When the Buddha started to wander around India shortly after his enlightenment, he encountered several men who recognized him to be a very extraordinary being. And they asked him, "Are you a god?" "No," he replied. "Are you a reincarnation of God?" "No," he replied. "Are you a wizard, then?" "No." "Well, are you a man?" "No." "So what are you?" they asked, being very perplexed. "I am awake." Buddha means the awakened one, and how to awaken is all he taught. Buddhism is not a religion. The only goal is to become awakened, to be awake. You see, in life, in your life, are you awake, or are you still sleeping and dreaming? Can you see the real construct or the matrix of our world and how we live? Open your eyes, open your heart, and see the real world. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.
Yes, master. Okay. And this video you can see.
Once upon a time, Buddha was visiting a village. A man came up to him and asked him, "Every day you say that everyone can become enlightened. Then why doesn't everyone become enlightened?" "My friend," Buddha replied, "do one thing. In the evening, make a list of all the people in the village and write down their desires next to their names." The man did as Buddha told him. He went into the village and he asked everyone. It was a small village with only a few people, and they gave him their answers. He returned in the evening and gave the list to Buddha. Buddha asked, "So tell me, how many of these people seek enlightenment?" The man was surprised because not a single person had written that he wanted to be enlightened. And Buddha said, "I say that every man is capable of enlightenment, but I do not think that every man wants to be enlightened." And so the man understood. He understood that every man is capable of enlightenment, but that is very different from every man wanting to be enlightened. He understood that if you want something, then consider it to be possible. He understood that if your quest is for truth, then there is no power on earth that can stop you. But he also understood if you don't long for truth, then too, there is no power which can give it to you. You see, in life, they say, be careful what you wish for for it may come true. If you really want something, if your thirst for knowledge, if your thirst for something else, if your thirst is a real one, then rest assured that a path is available, that it is possible by all the powers in the universe, and that nothing can stop you. But also, you have to choose the right path. For there is no right or wrong, but the path that you really want in your life. Your thirst will be your path to truth. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.
Yes, okay. And the story of the man born blind for noble truths. Let us see what is this.
The man born blind. There was once a man born blind, and he said, I do not believe in the world of light and appearance. There are no colors, bright or somber. There is no sun, no moon, no stars. No one has witnessed these things. His friends argued with him, but he clung to his opinion. What you say that you see, he objected, are illusions. If colors existed, I should be able to touch them. They have no substance and are not real. Everything real has weight, but I feel no weight where you see colors. A physician was called to see the blind man. He mixed 4 simples, and when he applied them to the cataract of the blind man, the gray film melted, and his eyes could see. The Tathagata is the physician, the cataract is the illusion, and the 4 simples are the 4 noble truths. You see in life, in your life, the first noble truth is dukkha, disease, discomfort, pain, and suffering, the realization that it exists and the acknowledgement of it. The second noble truth is the cause of dukkha. This truth points out that dukkha doesn't arise without causes and conditions. The teaching of karma is important for understanding the second noble truth. The third noble truth is that there is cessation of dukkha, the realization that there is a cure for your pain, suffering, and disease. And the fourth noble truth is the actual prescription of ending suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is the path we walk to end suffering. Although that it is a relative simple path, it is not always easy. The 8 factors are wise view, wise intention, wise speech, wise action, wise livelihood, wise effort, wise mindfulness, and wise concentration. When you think about it, it should be the most logical answer to our problems. But how many of us actually live like this? This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.
Okay. Somewhere it is in the form of energy system in everybody. The same energy system is in everybody. That's why when common man says that energy itself is God, then that energy is in you, energy is in me, energy is in him and everybody. So he means that everyone is God. So we have to understand Aham Brahmasmi, I am the God. Tattvamasi, you are the God. So Ham, he is also the God. Okay. So Sarvam Khal Vidam Brahman, everything is filled up with energy system. So everything is God. Then why search for the God? You have to only use the energy. You have to understand the Godhood and implement. Then you become God. So our realization itself is becoming God. Okay. So this is the lesson of today. So thank you, masters, for being patient of listening to this education spiritual science program. Okay. So now it is over to Koteshwara Garu. Please
Okay,
take
sir.
over.
Thank you. Thank you very much again for your time and efforts for making us enlightened for this with wonderful sessions every day with a lot of PowerPoint presentations and information. So now we will take 5 minutes time
Yes,
for the masters any questions or if they have any doubts. So I think
yes,
Madam can unmute.
yes,
Yeah.
master.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
namaskar, sir. First of all, my deep gratitude to you for wonderful and amazing session. I really like the way you explain difference between unknown and known person. Really amazing, sir. Actually, my network is catchy. That's the only reason I'm keeping my video off. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir, I
okay.
have a very small question. Maybe I seems to be very silly to you. But sir, see, as you said, like we need to follow the Shastra to remove ignorance. That is, we should go more with, Shastras. But nowadays, like young generation and due to like, many other things, people prefer to go more with spiritual books rather than reading Shastras. So, sir, that will do, or one should stick first going through with shastras and then switching to spiritual books, because people like young generation, they don't want to go with shastras, but yes, some spiritual books they are willing to read.
Yes,
So how to like create balance with these two things?
madam. There is no difference between spiritual book and Shastra. Shastra is spiritual Shastra you should take, not Bhautika Shastra.
So
Understand?
may I know the name please, sir? Evenly I'm not adept in
Spiritual,
all this.
spiritual Shastras are there, Upanishads are there, Vedic literature is there, Bhagavad Gita is there, Viveka Chudamani is there. So many texts, on spiritual aspects are there with us, to explore that. You have to read all those things. And Anapanasati book is there, written by great masters, with the knowledge of Gautama Buddha. So
Okay.
lot of literature is already available that you can see through that. It is not that you should touch only Vedas.
Yeah.
It is not that you should go into the original text. There are so many
Yeah.
things. Bhaja Govindam is there. It's a very small book, but it has enormous knowledge.
Which
Viveka
one, sir?
Chudamani,
Please, I didn't get it. Please, which book?
Bhaja Govindam.
Bhaja Govindam.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
it is by a revered, Adi Shankaracharya. He has written.
Okay, sir.
Southern master, okay, who declared that I am the God, I am Shiva, Aham Sivaha, Sivoham Sivoham. He has
Sivoham.
told
Yes.
Sivoham, yes, he is the master who declared to the universe that I am that. Okay, so that is all coming from the intuitional knowledge. When once you are following some shastras of spiritual science,
Hanji.
you will fall into intuitional mode.
Okay,
Intuitional mode
okay.
means you will be the teacher for yourself. That is the
Wow.
spiritual science, in fact. The science
Okay.
coming from the spirit, you should read. That is intuition. Understand? And
Knowing yourself and going with your inner
yes,
voice.
yes, yes,
Right, sir?
inner talk,
Inner,
or
yeah.
inner direction. How it comes when once you are aligning your mind with the soul, then
Hanji.
automatically soul will take over the mind and guide throughout the life. It will give you all sorts of knowledge. Self knowledge will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, that is called enlightenment. By and by, in upcoming classes, don't miss the classes. You will get the entirety of all the gamat, then you will be
Yeah, sure, sir.
understanding in toto. And this urge to know things definitely helps you and you will become that. Okay. Definitely.
Thanks a lot, sir. Sir, you are the ocean of knowledge and wisdom.
Welcome,
Must
welcome,
say.
welcome. Welcome. Okay. So, any more masters are there? Power is there. Power master is there. JS Power.
Topic in,
Yes, very
and
good.
it
Very
is very neatly laid out also.
good. Yes, thank you.
Today's
Thank
script is
you.
very neatly laid out, and
Yes, yes, yes.
there is a connection from one slide to another slide, and it is
Yes.
not the tips in which it is so neatly presented.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Right. Any other master? Poonam Mehta is there?
Yeah.
Madam, tell me your opinion.
Yes, sir. Regarding your teaching,
Yes. You tell me anything, whatever you wish to.
sir, Abhito, I just asked question from you, and your teaching is just amazing. Evenly, I don't have word to express, and the most beautiful part, which I feel evenly I'm going to incorporate in my presentation. I'm a psychologist, sir. You
Oh,
showed a little bit of videos. That is really very catchy for the audience. This is what I feel. So I really like your presentation and your patience, the way you explain. You don't speak, you make us to understand. This is the most beautiful part of your presentation, your way of teaching. I'm to really, I feel like I'm so lucky. I'm attending your sessions, really. Deep gratitude, deep gratitude.
welcome, welcome, madam. Okay. That's good. Yes. I feel happy when people are receiving it. That is the target of our presentation, isn't it? Thank you very much, madam. And then Rajani, madam, Nanaji Garu.
Excellent session as usual. No words to express our gratitude, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Very
So,
nice session. Very
yes,
enlightened.
yes.
And of course, you are enlightened master. That's why you have that much knowledge to. The way of presentation is crystal clear presentation.
Anyway, so if you are happy, then I am most happy, and I think everybody will be happy with that.
Absolutely, everyone will like, sir. If they follow, yeah.
That's very good. What is Shalini is about to tell? I think she's trying to speak.
Yeah.
It seems.
Sure, she's there.
Ask to unmute her. Koteswara,
Yes,
she
sir.
is
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
unmute her. Unmute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much for today's session. It was
Right.
very informative.
Right.
I like the part where you said masters have to start talking, because what's the use only listening? So that's one thing I'm trying to work on. So I'm an introvert. Words don't come easily. I wish I could speak as fluently, but yeah, I'm learning. This is my learning stages. So thank you very much for your
Good.
time.
Good. Good. Welcome. Welcome, madam.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
now you can take a call, Koteswara.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, masters. Again, our class will be next Thursday, starting again next week, 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So same timings.
Yes.
So I request all please join again without missing the class
Yes.
for the next topic, the analysis of I and myself.
Oh,
The very interesting topic, which is the next is, I think.
fantastic. Masters, don't miss the session, okay? The analysis of why you, he and she, all those things we can discuss. You will understand the core truth with a human.
Yeah.
Sir, any classes will be on soul's journey?
On
Soul's journey.
Soul journey is in the second level 2 course.
Level 2 course. Okay.
We have confined, to the extent, we can communicate here. And again, we have put it in level 2, so many things are there. So that also will be going for 20 hours, okay, level 2. So we'll understand there at the right time, okay?
And the different dimensions and all.
Yes, everything will be there. Soul dimensions, ascensions, and all those things are there. Okay. So those things you'll have to do. So level 1 is related to the physical world. Level 2 is the connecting the subtle worlds with the physical world. Understand? So level 2 speaks on the other side of the subtle worlds, right? Okay, that's how we have to. Incarnations and all those things will be the subject of level 2. Okay. And those people who listened level 1 will be able to benefit themselves much more. Right? So we'll do that after this, right?
Sir, I have a question.
Tell me.
Will we learn how to how to teach others, like what to? I know where I can teach whatever.
Yes,
I would like to share the knowledge with the
yes,
kids in my community and all. So,
sure, sure.
will there be any training on what to teach, how to teach?
Yes, there is a training. It is called PSSA Teaching and Training Course, TTC we call. It is a
Oh,
level 3 course is there. That is
okay.
going to start in the next month in the USA organization. So you can join there if you want. Otherwise, we will continue in UAE also. Level 1, level 2, and level 3 also. We'll go about it. No problem.
Oh, I'm in US only. So I joined this because the time is convenient.
Okay, okay. So you try there also. Now I think they will be opening up in the next month. Okay.
So I'm not done level 2. So can I do that level 3 without doing level 2?
It's very tough for you to understand moreover on teaching side,
Okay.
you can't, I think, level 2 is also more important to be
Okay, then
more,
I'll follow it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can choose anything as you like because you are the God for yourself. No, but
Okay.
the methodology is there, just while walking, we should walk, isn't it? So like
Right.
that.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the information for you. Okay. And
Okay, sir. Thank you.
okay. Thank you, madam. Srikanji, we want to provide some PPTs for these people and the notes also. When I spoke Anantiji, I think she has kept. I think she has got all those files.
Yeah. She has shared about the Google Drive something. Just I will check it out after this thing.
Yes,
And,
please help them with all the information,
yes,
including the notes also of Prasannaji and all those things. And
yes,
then for this, up to next Thursday, no? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So
yes.
before Thursday, they will go through all those things. Okay. That's what I wish. Okay. Is there
Okay.
anything you want to
Yes, sir.
speak? You want to inform Srikanji?
Yeah, like those who want to have the certificate also for this course for level 1, they have
Yes.
to undergo one written exam in the sense like it
Yes.
will be giving in the Google Drive, like
Yes.
Google Forms. So you have
Yes.
to fill up the best option from the 4.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
say it will be like multiple option question paper. It is very easy. So I already attended that one as a participant. So after that, like you will be issued the certificate for level 1.
Yes. A
So
simple
like,
test. A
yeah,
simple
simple
test
test,
online. Online test
online
will be
simple
there.
test will be there.
Everybody can answer it and
So
fill.
those who have not enrolled themselves for these sessions, it is better that you enroll yourself so that the certificate will have your photograph, it will have your name and everything. So that will be useful for wherever you are attending, or if you are teaching somewhere, you can say that yes, I have attended the level 1 course from Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy Global, and
Yes,
you can mention that certificate, that I have certificate of level 1.
yes. Okay, fine. So the advice is that everybody should register their names so that you can make use of the certificates also. So that is what we request all the masters to register also. Okay. And you encourage all your friends and relatives, okay, to join and become the spiritual families in their interest, not in our interest, in their interest. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
And
sir.
Koteswara Garu, so then I take leave from all of
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank
So
you, sir.
Srikant,
Yeah.
Nanaji Garu, so see you next. Ananti Madam is not there, isn't it? Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good
Right,
night.
sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Kodeshwara garu, Srikant garu.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Bye.
See you. See you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. So the meeting is now closing.